All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down throw for Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gone.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. A little juke. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They run with Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Josh Doxson's got it complete. His 1st catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Go, get out there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So out now come the Redskins. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a run with Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time is left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Hot!
They'll set up to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Here we go. Wide.
They'll give to Elliott. Dances by him. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here we go. Wide. Here we go. 46. 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Done. Here we go. Wide.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, Wide.
46. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
After
the penalty, it's Elliott. Oh, a nice spin. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
41's the whip. Hey, 47.
Prescott now on second down. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards.
Back there to that Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that deep.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They run with Harris, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out.
Prescott now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Geis with a carry on second down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. 188. Here we go. 46. 46. Here we go. 46. 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go. 47. 47.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And now running right through it. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They start on the ground with Geis. What a spin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Cowboys
pressure, gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He's back to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins.
And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Cowboys, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You